Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video. Today we're going to be looking at two new game controllers for smartphones. They're both the same product effectively. One is a device that will connect to your mobile phone via Bluetooth, whilst the other one is actually going to be connecting using OTG technology and a USB Type-C port. So this is going to physically connect to your device, and generally the idea with these things is possibly low latency and etc and etc. So same product, different colors, the white one with a USB-C port, the black one or the dark gray one with Bluetooth connectivity. We're going to open each one up, we'll test it out. Now just before I open them up, you might have seen my previous video on the Razer Kishi. Fantastic device, really good, great for playing Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass games on your smartphone. But there's a problem. As you've seen in another video, I bought the Galaxy Fold 3. Now obviously that doesn't help me with something like this, because this obviously cannot connect into the device. So the idea with these devices is it looks like if it stretches enough, I'll possibly be able to get this phone into one of these devices and maybe do some gaming with the screen open, because it's such a lovely screen inside, and why wouldn't you want to try play some games on there, right? So that is the motivation for buying these. We'll try them out, see how they work with Xbox Live Game Pass, and hopefully if you're considering to get one, then this might help you to make a decision. So I'm just going to go ahead and open these up now. Let's go ahead and open the Bluetooth one first. Let's get that out. If I can get this cut open properly, then it might help. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that open now. Right, and aha, so this is nice. So immediately I like what I'm seeing. Gamesir X2 Bluetooth edition comes with a nice pouch inside, so that's nice. You don't have to buy a separate carry case for that. It's a hard case as well, so very well protected in there. That's a good thing to see, and I'm hoping we're going to see exactly the same with the Type-C version. So let's go ahead and get that out. I don't know if it's going to be the same color case or not, or if there's even going to be a case in there, but yes, there it is. So both devices come with a case in the box. That's brilliant, really useful, because it's always nice to have a travel case for these sorts of accessories. Let's go ahead now and open one up. Forgotten which one the Bluetooth one is now. I think it's this one. So you've got nice zips there with the Gamesir logo on it, and there we have it. So we've got the right one, Bluetooth one, and as we can see in here, there's an accessory pack. Let's have a look at the accessory pack, see what's in there quickly. Probably going to be a charging cable for the Bluetooth one, I suspect. Yes, it is. Definitely a USB-C port on there, and we'll see that at the bottom of the device as well. Some thumb, so these are for the actual analog sticks, which by the way feel quite nice. These are the actual caps for the analog sticks. We'll probably make them a bit bigger and give you a bit more traction on there if you need that sort of thing. A bit of paperwork which we're not interested in, and there's nothing else in there. So let's get that aside. Now this is held in place in the case with this rubber strap. There's a very nice rubberized soft touch feel to this, and on the sides as well there's rubber grips here, so the mobile device will be firmly held in place. That spring load mechanism feels really nice. It's not too heavy, it's not like super intense, like it's gonna smash your phone apart or something. It's not super hard to stretch open and get your device in there by the looks of it, which is good. But the tricky thing by the looks of it at the moment is just getting it out of this case. So how do we get it out of here without breaking anything? Something like that. There we go. So this opens, as you can see, this opens a fair amount. You're going to get a decent sized tablet in there. That's definitely going to hold the Fold 3. So let's go ahead and let's just quickly do a review around the unit. So on the back you've got slightly protruding rubber grips, which is nice because that's going to offer some comfort if you're playing for longer periods of time. One thing to note here, which is unlike the Razer Kishi, which has analog triggers, which are really nice, especially when you're playing Xbox games, this does not have analog triggers, but though the micro switches on there, and you can probably hear me clicking away at them, do sound really nice. As for the top shoulder buttons, and the triggers are actually a nice size. They're curved, contoured quite nicely, so your finger's not going to be slipping off there as well. The buttons on the face, they feel they're nice. They're alright. I think these micro switches are a lot more satisfying to click than these ones, but still nice. There's not much travel in them. They're quite flat. Analog sticks do have left and right 3 clicks, so they're clicking in as well. So you're talking about fully fledged dual analog gamepad here. And then your D-pad also feels quite solid, to be honest. Not very spongy at all. It's quite solid in terms of response by the looks of it. Let's go ahead and put the phone in. Let's quick look at the bottom, sorry. There is I think that's going to be the power button and the USB-C charging port. So if I press this, maybe we'll see a light come on somewhere. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Maybe that's a reset button, maybe it's power button, or maybe the battery's just dead. If the back there we go, actually it is a power button. The lights are over here. So if I press the power button again, it should go into a pairing mode. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing this is switching through different types of device modes at the moment. If I hold the power button, I wonder if it starts flashing. There we go. That blue light is flashing after holding the power button. And I think that means it's going to go into pairing mode. So I'm going to go ahead and get on my device and go into a pairing mode. And let's go and see if we can find this device. So there it is, Gamesir X2. Let's click on that. It's saying app is needed to install this device, which is interesting. So let's pair. Now I wonder if it's going to give me the option to download the app straight away, or am I going to have to go into the actual marketplace and do it myself? So that's just disconnected it, so that's no good. So let's go ahead now and just click on that again, connect, or it's not connecting now. I messed up there and I shouldn't have pressed that. I'm just going to turn it off and on again, and hopefully it's going to connect. And then I'm going to go into the App Store, and then hopefully we're going to find an app for it, see what that's all about. Right, I don't know what I've done there, to be honest, so I'm just going to go ahead and unpair this, and I'm going to just pair it again, be easier. Right, so I'm paired. So it says, let's see how this fits, or how the Fold 3 fits in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it as far as I can. As you can see, this does fit in. Now I guess one advantage for this one over the USB-C one is this one I can probably adjust the height a little bit. I can center it like that if I want, for example. So probably a bit more balance in terms of weight and etc. And there's no C port to worry about, so I can move it up and down to whatever I find comfortable. Let's just quickly go to the App Store and see if there is an app for Gamesir, and let's try and install it. So Gamesir, because we're probably going to need it for both. Gamesir. Gamesir. So there is an app there. It's got 2.3 rating. We might as well install it, but it's probably not going to be of much use. Let's go ahead and install it. Hopefully I don't have to start creating accounts and profiles on an app that's rated 2.3 out of 5, because I don't want to do that. Agree. It wants my location for whatever reason. It wants to access stuff. I'm just agreeing to everything for the sake of this video. Hopefully you're going to pay more attention to what you're agreeing to. And there we have it. So, I mean, the app is not running in a landscape mode. It's running in portrait mode only, so I'm having to do this sort of thing here. It's just strange. And the D-pad is working. Cool, it's definitely working, but it doesn't help me because it's the wrong way around. So what I'm going to do on that note is I'm just going to exit this, what looks like piece of trash software, and I'm going to fire up Xbox Live Game Pass and just see what happens. See if we can fire up some games on Game Pass and try something out. Now I'm pretty sure with Game Pass I can use pretty much any controller I want. It's definitely working in there, so let's just do cloud gaming. Let's fire up something simple, like what's simple that I can get into. This game here, Rain on Your Parade. Let's launch that. I have to admit I've played it. Quite fun pastime. works quite well on the mobile. Now the idea here is I want to take benefit of this big screen here to enjoy some gaming on the go. So let's see what happens. As you can see, massive display. It is working. So I'm able to use this controller with Xbox Game Pass on the Fold. How awesome is that? So I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. Now I don't know what the Type-C one's going to give me, or if it's even going to work, but we'll soon find out. So as you can see, this is definitely where the analog sticks are working properly. If I'm moving a little bit, the cloud's moving slowly, and I can move around fast as well. Let's go ahead and just start this up, have a quick go, see how it is, and then let's switch over to the Type-C one, because otherwise this video is going to carry on forever. Let's go into here. So this is working really well. As you can see, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, great service, plenty of games on there for everyone, great value for money. Let's begin this, right? So triggers are yeah, it's working fine. So the trigger for photo mode is working absolutely fine as well. This seems to be working as well. So both analog triggers are working, and what do you know, I can all of a sudden play absolutely fine on the Fold 3. How brilliant is that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this thing off. I'm going to exit this for a second just to see what happens. I'm going to exit Game Pass completely. We'll try the same game again because it's very quick to get into. I'm going to try and get this device out, well, get my phone out of this thing now without breaking anything. There we go. And then I'm going to just put it aside, and we're going to quickly get the Type-C one out and just see what happens with that. So exactly the same device. I think they're going to be same size. Accessory pack. I don't know what we're going to have in this one. No Type-C cable in here because you're not going to be charging anything, but you still got the thumb caps, so if you need them, they're there. So I've now got 2 sets of them. Same device again, exactly the same size wise. You can see they are literally exactly the same shell. There's no difference in them. The main difference here is this one's got the Type-C port, so we're going to go ahead and see what that's all about. Plug it into the device. Now the good thing about this Type-C port, as you can see here, right, it's got a bit of flexibility in it. It's not too rigid, so if your device is a bit slim or a bit thicker, you've got that option to put it in there without too much of a problem. And that's going to be working nice for me because I've got a case, albeit a very slim case on my device. There is a case that I'm going to try and keep on there, so I want to see how that works with the case on. Now with this one, I don't have the flexibility of having the device wherever I want it. I've got to go with where the Type-C port is, which is one slight downside, I suppose, but it's in. Now I don't know if I need to do anything to turn it on. I don't think it's getting a connection. Maybe it is getting a connection. It's on. There we go. So it's definitely working. In terms of weighting, this is weighted towards the top because the device is more up than otherwise it would be with the Bluetooth one. So far this is better from that perspective, but then again, this is powered from your phone, so no need to charge. Let's go ahead and just fire up a quick game, see if it works, and then we'll call it a day because I don't want these videos to drag on for too long. I'm sure it's hard to watch videos that go on for too long. You've got dedicated screenshot buttons here. If I press that, it has taken a screenshot. That is also on this device. So it's like the Nintendo Switch. You've got the home button, you've got a dedicated screenshot button. That's similar to the Nintendo Switch layout really, isn't it? Now, here, this does not work. Doesn't work. So, actually, sorry, I lied. It does work. It does work. Let's quickly try and fire up the same game I fired up again. If I can find it. I cannot find it. So I'm just going to try and start up something else. I thought it would just come up at the top because I just played it. But it's not coming up. So Microsoft, point to note, how about you make the games that I've played more recently come up at the top, because that would have just made my life very easy. So let's go ahead into the Art of Rally. One thing I've noticed immediately is the buttons are different. The button labeling is different. So if you look at the Bluetooth one, A, B, X, Y, this one is the opposite way around. This one we've got A, B, X, Y. So I don't know why they've done that, but they've done it. The buttons have been swapped around, so there you go. But from a input perspective, I think I'm going to be using the same buttons here to play this, assuming it's going to work. Let's go ahead and get into this. It definitely looks like it's working, which is great. So both options, whichever you choose, you know it's going to work with your Xbox Game Pass. The analog stick is working fine. Let's just go ahead and do career mode and just drive around a little bit. Very nice little game. So let's see. So again, I'm going to just be testing out both analog sticks to make sure they all work fine. Hopefully the triggers as well I can test here. So begin the stage. So yep, trigger is working. Again, there's no analog control here, which is a slight downside, but other than that, that is working absolutely fine. Have a look at that. So we're using a Type-C joypad here, directly connected to the phone to play Xbox Live Game Pass. It's responsive, it's quick. To be honest, both are responsive. I didn't have an issue with Bluetooth one either, but it's nice to have both options available if you can. So that's working nice. I won't sit here and play this too long, but I just wanted to carry out this test and let you see firsthand as well whether these products work or not with Xbox Live Game Pass, and more importantly, you can use it for any game, any other game that supports a gamepad or emulators or whatever you're using. It doesn't have to be limited to just Xbox Live Game Pass, but for me it was just for this and to enjoy the gaming on the big screen gaming experience as it is with this device, because it's got such a lovely internal screen and you want to use it for as much as you can really, because it's so nice. So on that note, I'll end this video. I will say thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner there.